Hey there guys, Fave here, and today I have a very interesting story. So, first of all, if you've ever wanted to have over 1,000,000 Robux, smash that like button. But in fact, this story isn't just 1,000,000 Robux, there's 6,000,000 Robux at least, and there's much more than that if we're talking about item values. But let's go ahead and talk about it. Smash that like button. I know I said it twice, but that's because I want you to smash it. Okay. So, let's talk about it. Let's start the story, okay? So first things first, I have to explain a few concepts to you, of course. So, first concept I'd like to explain is a cereal. And I'm not talking about what you eat for breakfast, by the way. Lucky Charms and Cinnamon Toast Crunch are both acceptable answers for the best cereal. If you think anything else is the best, you are wrong. But that's not the kind of cereal I'm talking about. I'm talking about the cereal that starts with an S, okay? So for example, if you go to my inventory and you click around until you see a limited U item to be specific. Oh my god, where are my limiteds? I own too much stuff. Okay, so you see these ugly little golden spectacles here? You see how this one says number 110 and this one says number 268? This Future Vision Green Gaze number 96? So when a limited U item first comes out, there is a set amount of them that are supposed to sell, and that is called stock. So if we focus on the golden spectacles, there was supposed to be 750 of these to be sold, and number 110 was the 110th one to get bought, and number 268 was the 268th one to get bought in its original 750 run. Now, the limiteds will have their cereal forever, and sometimes if you get a cool cereal, the cereal is the number by the way, then it could be worth lots of extra Robux. Like for example, number ones of an item are worth a lot of Robux. So if we go to Zlib's profile here, who I've mentioned before, he has a bot that can get the first of every new limited. So as you can see, number one. But of course, we just scrolled past that item he doesn't own number one of, which is Darkheart. He owns number 33. Now, why does he not own number one of Darkheart? Well, what is this video about? This video is all about Darkheart. Now, I have mentioned my own personal little story about Darkheart before, about how I lost basically 800,000 Robux, but I've already told that story. Today's story is a lot more dramatic than just 800,000 Robux, and I know I just said just 800,000 Robux, but when you hear this, you'll be like, whoa, okay, that was just 800. So, if we take a look at the owner's list of the Darkheart, we can see that number one is banned forever. So the first person to ever buy Darkheart, it's gone, okay? Whoever owns it is banned forever. But what if I told you this item has been through so much, this specific serial number one Darkheart? So that is what I'm going to be talking about today. And before I begin this story, I'd like to give a major shout out to a user named WaterZSZ for doing a lot of this research for me. Okay, so let's begin. Serial 1 Darkheart has quite a dark past in history. Many infamous scammers and hackers own this hat, and it was tossed around so much. Think about you're playing football and people keep catching it over and over. Then the football duplicates itself, and then it does a 360. It's just crazy. And so, for a long time, so let's go ahead and start from the beginning. October 13th, 2009. Darkheart comes out as a brand new limited. This is a sword known from the game Sword Fights on the Heights 4. Now, in a lot of my videos, I've used Sword Fights on the Heights 4 background footage, and Darkheart is my favorite sword to use. If you remember, I went 49-1 with that boy, so, you know, I kind of have a special place in my heart for it. And so this item would be 2,000 Robux and would have 100 stock. And instantly, this item was a really expensive hit item because it's just sick looking. Like, if I hit the try on button real quick, you can see, look at it, it just matches my outfit perfectly. Now, I don't own it anymore, but I've owned it at one point, but I already told that story. So, someone bought number one, and let's fast forward a little bit, okay? So, about 2010 or 2011 or so, a famous user named DarkUDog, who was once one of the richest people on Roblox, and he used to make these crazy videos. I wish I could locate the video of him talking about Darkheart, but all his videos are private now. So his username was DarkUDog, and he ended up with it. He was not the original person to buy it, but he somehow ended up with it. Whether he bought it, traded it, or scammed it, nobody really knows. But I'm not going to sit here and make accusations about people. But the story goes, according to legend, that DarkUDog scammed a scammer who scammed #1 Darkheart from his friend, and then Dog gave his friend back the Darkheart that was originally scammed from him. So, that's already pretty crazy. I mean, you scam an item that's worth a lot of Robux just to give it back to your friend who owned it in the first place. I'm not even against that type of scamming. Scamming the scammer who scammed your friend to give your friend back the item that was scammed. I mean, I sound like a rapper just saying all these scam iterations. But anyway, so, you would think after the first time, going through all that to get that Darkheart back, that he'd be a little smarter. But his friend got scammed again and lost the #1 Darkheart again. It was his Darkheart, Mr. Krabs. He was #1. But yeah, he lost it again. So, I mean, I don't know what to do after that point. So, let's fast forward to 2012, okay? So, some user named Coolboy10000 owned the #1 Darkheart. So let's go ahead, and of course he's banned forever. I mean, why wouldn't he be? But, as you can see, Coolboy10000 was a very rich user when he got banned forever. You could see him wearing a Dominus Imperius and holding a Darkheart, which, by the way, was #1 Darkheart. Fun fact, he does not own any of these items anymore, because, if you may or may not know, they love to take items from accounts that are banned forever. So if you look at his inventory now, you'll notice that there is no Dominus Imperius, there is no Darkheart. They took all these items from him, and it's pretty crazy to see where items come from and where they go and how corrupt the staff are. I don't want to call them corrupt, but taking items from people just because they're banned forever is kind of wrong, okay? But I'm not here to complain about taking items, because this story has more of that later. So, Coolboy10000 makes a thread saying he is selling the Darkheart. So if we take a look here, it's April 1st, 2012, okay? So, Coolboy10000 makes a thread saying, Minish, #1 Darkheart? And Minish was one of the people known to be associated with the April 1st, 2012 incident. Now this video isn't all about the incident, I still have to make that whole video, but of course it comes into play here. So he's like, please offer, you wanted #1 or 100, if you really tell him on, April 1st, 2012. Minish replies, I'll buy 6 mil? Let's hope so. 6 mil? What? 6 mil? And that's my friend Keegan, by the way, shout out to him. Minish, it's up. Darkheart for 6 million? Is he trying to make everyone's dream come true? He bought it. He bought it! Okay, so this literally happened within the span of like 20 minutes. This man asks someone to buy his Darkheart for 6 million Robux, and he sells it for 6 million Robux. 6 million Robux. Now let me tell you guys a little bit more details about this 6 million Robux. So up until like 2018, this was the most Robux that has ever been spent on a single thing ever in the history of Roblox. It wasn't until recently that someone bought an Imperius for about 8 million or so, or 9 million, something like that. But it's crazy how this record stood the test of time for 6 years, that you spent 6 million hacked Robux on the Darkheart. But of course, since it was April 1st, 2012, and since the Robux was hacked, all of that stuff got rolled back. But of course, I can show you more evidence that this really happened in history, okay? So if we go ahead and zoom all the way out on the history of the Darkheart, you can see a giant spike in the graph here. And it says average sales price 14,402,054 Robux. So not only did it sell for 6 million Robux, but there was a lot more going on here, as you can see by the absurdly large number. Now I don't know all the details, but I can tell you for sure that it sold for 6 million Robux. But of course, since the Robux was hacked and it was illegitimately earned, all that stuff was reversed. Coolboy had his Darkheart. Minish just got banned forever because of the whole April 1st incident. And then a few months later, as all rich people on Roblox in 2012 did, Coolboy also got banned forever. Now, you would think, since he gets banned forever with the #1 Darkheart, the story would end here. But, of course, the story doesn't end here. So, bring into case Alex Valentino Crown. Now, you may remember his name from a video I did about how Linkmon99 got hacked 3 times in a row. You could check that out in the top right corner right now. But he also was involved somehow way later. So 2016-ish or so, Alex Valentino Crown got the #1 darkheart as a reward from Roblox. And so, while he wouldn't tell me all the specific details of what he did and how he got it, he did tell me a couple of things, okay? So, I've talked already in this video about how Roblox takes items from accounts that are banned forever. So, of course, they took it from Cool Boy to give it to Alex. And this is no exception. Along with the #1 darkheart, he got a #1 Dominus Infernus. Let me just remind y'all which Dominus that is. It's this sick baby right here, worth about 7.5 million Robux. And fun fact, one of them was scammed the other day, but I'm not going to talk about that today. So, he got this for free and the #1 darkheart for free for doing something for Roblox. And the Infernus, #1 Infernus, came from a user named King Andrew K, who got banned forever for profiting off of stolen items. So if we take a look at King Andrew K here, you can see him wearing an Infernus, but in his inventory, there is no Infernus. Also, fun fact about King Andrew K, he owns a Roblox tablet. Now, each Roblox tablet, I've done a video about this before, you can check it out in the top right corner. Each Roblox tablet, there's only one in existence. So since he got banned forever with this Roblox tablet, there is no more Dark 886 Roblox tablets to ever exist. That's pretty crazy. But of course, they took away his item. Pretty mean. But of course, that's what Alex wanted, so that's what they gave Alex. Okay? And then Alex got banned forever later with all of these items. So if we take a look at his inventory here. But as you can see, there's the darkheart. He's holding it. That's where it ended up. That's where it landed. Rest in peace to Alex Valentino Crown. And that is where the #1 darkheart sits to this day. On his account, in his hand, with all these items. But yeah. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. And yes, the highlight was spending 6 million Robux. But yeah. Let me know what you think. What would have you done in these situations? What's your opinion on all this? Very interesting story if I say so myself. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell to Fave and Fave 2. Follow me on Twitter at RobuxFave. Join my fan club on Roblox. Follow me and send me a message on Roblox. Roblox. It's your boy Fave. Why am I singing? And I am out.